ladies and gentle, awesome men. This is Eric Swanson. I will be your host for a little while. Do you know what's going on today? I'm so excited about this. Today's going to be awesome. I'm just going to welcome some of you guys while you're getting your popcorn, while you're getting your notepads out, while you're being awesome. And while you're doing that, I'm going to actually go to my, social media feeds and let's see if I am live, ladies and gentlemen. Live, I say, because I've got a cool announcement to make today, right now, well, in like a minute. So let's see. I am live. Yes. And comment on the share on the feed, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're anywhere you want to be. Comment and say, we are live, and share if you could. That'd be awesome. And I'm going to see if... And share if you could. That'd be awesome. It is perfectly going on all of our feeds. All right. So the rule is, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this and you are on one of our social media feeds, I don't know why I'm counting like that, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, anywhere else, go ahead and hit the share button and let people know that we are live and that we've got a cool announcement to make. If you could do that, that would be cool. That would be awesome. And I'm going to start letting some people in. Are you guys ready for this or what? Let's do this. By the way, hashtag book of influence. Or you could hashtag likability factor, but make sure you spell it correctly. So, somebody spelled my name wrong. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, put it in there. Today we're going to bring in Mr. Awesome John Kovacs Jr. John, how are you, sir? You are live as soon as the feed catches up, and I think it did. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. There's a little delay going on in the internet land today, but super excited about. That's so weird. That's so strange, John. I just heard a car horn behind you, and then I heard it in the feed there, and then behind me. That was so strange. How ironic is that? Like, it's almost like we're hearing the same car horn.
Definitely could be.
So, John, what do we have going on today?
Man, well, first of all, I just am excited to be a part of this journey and say to everybody, congratulations. Here we are celebrating another book, another opportunity to share our messages with the world. I've had so many lost feed here. I've had so many opportunities to create.
All right. So here's the deal. So my suggestion, John, is John, why don't you go ahead and move locations, maybe inside or somewhere. That'd be great because the internet's a little slow where you are outside. So if you could do that, that'd be great, John. That'd be awesome. So guys, I'm just so excited about today. I just want to see in the green room. I've got a lot of people in the green room today, and just give me a thumbs up in the green room. Am I coming in pretty clear on the internet? Yes. Okay. Good. So we'll fix John's internet in 30 seconds because I'm sure he's going to walk in. Hopefully, he's not going to have the same exact background as I am, but he might. So we'll see. So guys, I'm going to bring on one of our awesome. How do you call it? Veteran, members of our book association of awesomeness. She's been with us since day one. Actually, before day one, she knew that we were going to do this before we even knew we were going to do it. And her name is Erin Lay. Let's bring on Erin Lay. Erin, how do you feel today? What's going on? How are you? What are we doing here today?
We are doing a launch. We're doing a launch party right now. I'm so excited. It's the second edition of this. Super excited.
That is true. You know what? I've got my copy here too. I totally forgot that I've got one of my copies. I have so many books on me. It's crazy. But this one, you're right. The second edition of the one and only, well, it would be the second and only, right? Second and onlys. The Book of Influence, Authentic Communication, was book 1. And book 2, which we don't even have the physical copy of it yet, because you know what? Today is your opportunity to, I feel like a telethon. It's your opportunity to actually grab and I'll put it in the link. It's thebookofinfluence.com, which I'm going to put it in www.thebookofinfluence.com. Boom. There it is. It's going in the chat right now. Click on that. And you know what it's going to bring up? It's going to bring up the ebook version of this book, but it's likability factor, which I'm going to share that in just a second here in the screen. But tell us about, Erin, you're first up as one of the authors here. We've got a lot of the authors coming in the green room today, and we're going to interview everyone who's here. We're going to interview them for a little bit. Let's start with you, Erin. How do you feel? First of all, explain what you do so that the audience knows who you are and why you're so excited about this book series and what likability has to offer to the readers who grab a copy of this.
I love this. And not only did I just realize that the second book is out and we're going to do this, but my nail polish actually matches the book covers. And I didn't even plan that. So that's awesome. So I'm Erin Lay. I've been a life coach and business strategist for 30 years. #1 best-selling author, speaker. I love all of this. And I've been in all of Habitude Warriors book series from the very beginning, like Eric said, the 13 Steps to Riches, Principles of David and Goliath, and now this amazing series. So the Book of Influence is based on Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is a fabulous book. This one, the likability factor, I love. People, first of all, people love talking about themselves, so likability is when you get to know, like, and trust, the other person gets to know, like, and trust you. The first book, I love the series because the first book on authentic communication leads to the likability factor. When you communicate in an authentic way, that's likable.
So why do you think that people, why is obviously likability factor is really important, Erin, but what do you think people fail, or how do you think people fail in really just having this aura or energy or strategy? Because if you put them all together, then people start to like you, right? And people start to resonate with you. People start to say, you know what? I need a lot more of Erin, right? And they call you up and out of the blue. And then you start noticing, you're like, a lot of people do like surrounding themselves with me. Have you noticed that? What do you think it takes? And you could share this with the audience watching right now. What does it take? Does it take energy, strategy, all of the above? What are your thoughts there?
Well, it's all of the above. The energy that you put out is everything. So if you're putting out energy of chaos and confusion and anxiety, it's going to, have people just put their guard up, but I love the authentic communication. And I want to start with that because when you're fully you, and you're showing up as the best version of you and following the golden rule. I always say that, following the golden rule because you allow everybody else to show up as them, and you're not looking to impress anybody. I don't try to impress people. I think that that's so low vibe, but just showing up as you, and people resonate at certain frequencies, so when you're at a high vibe, you will attract to you people that are high vibe. So when people that are low vibe mean a high vibe person, it's kind of doesn't resonate, and then they go away. So you'll be surrounded by more people like you. Again, it goes to the know, like, and trust. And then you just start to attract to you people, that want to be around you. And the ones that don't, let them go.
Yeah, let them go. I love this, and I'm jumping in, Erin, so thank you for allowing me to hop on in here. But I love this conversation for many reasons, and let's make it a conversation because, to tell you the truth, likability is more than just a one-way train, right? We know that it's not just being likable, but it's also attracting likeness. And there's so much to that realm and relationship, which is why this book that we just launched is an incredible source of value and great information on how to learn those ins and outs. But like you just said, likability is such a such a powerful principle and aspect to the relationship status, but also creating influence amongst so many people in the world. And I believe that. I love what you said.
And be interested in other people. Like, ask them questions about themselves. Be interested in who they are, because when you genuinely care about the other person, again, it just, not that you're doing it to be likable or to be liked, but it is part of the likability factor. You too?
What? Am I muted? Good, I'm unmuted. What? Let me ask you a question though, Aaron. What if you generally just don't like the person, but you want to be interested in them anyway? I'm serious. Like, what happens there? How do you we don't want to fake it, but is there something that you can look for? What is your strategy in that? And then we're going to bring in some more authors right now.
Right. It depends on what you're looking for in that relationship, right? Whether it's a business relationship, a romantic relationship, a family relationship, like if you just really don't like the other person, let's say, but
don't get into a romantic relationship with them if you don't like them.
Do not do that. Don't get in the romantic relationship. No, don't do that. And because you also don't want to use people, you never ever want to use people. So that would be ridiculous. Some people use people for money and status. And again, very low vibe doesn't turn out well for the person doing the using. Right. But if it's family, let's say, right, and there's somebody that just irks you in your family, you can love them from a distance. You can build the boundaries around all of that, and still have the likability factor that you can always find something to like in a loved one. You don't have to focus on all the things you don't like about them. So this strategy is also. Go ahead.
Okay, excellent. So my new nickname is Little Echo, just letting you guys know. Okay, so
Big Echo. Don't dim your light.
so Big Echo, there you go. So we're gonna bring in another expert that's totally an expert at really communicating and being just a relationship expert, really. And her name is Nancy Deborah Barrows. She's amazing. Give it up for Nancy Deborah Barrows.
Hey, Nancy.
How are you, Nancy?
Hey, hello, beautiful people here and in the green room. Congratulations again. This is such an exciting thing to celebrate. I think that being an author, huge privilege. Being a #1 best-selling author, tremendous privilege. Doing it more than once is absolutely just like mind-blowing. So congratulations to all, and I'm so happy to be here. And thank you for the beautiful introduction, Eric.
Sorry, that was my cue for John to talk. John, go ahead. Pass it to you. I'm grabbing some comments and putting.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an echo between Eric and I. Sorry about that, guys, because we have identical backgrounds. I wonder why that is. Nancy, I want to celebrate you for just a second and just say thank you for your contribution, and also just congratulations on authoring the different perspectives, the ideas, and also your own personal take on what likability is all about. And in the grand scheme of influence, how you have participated as an individual, as a living human being, and as somebody, as a leader who has stewarded over so many people in this world through LinkedIn and so many other places. Your story is impactful, and I wanted to congratulate you and encourage you to take a second and share with people maybe just a little bit about what it is that you contributed to this story, or in this series, or sorry, in this volume, but also what is your take on likability, and why is it important to everyone maybe listening in today?
Well, I think likability is important because we're human. And we are not meant to journey alone. We are meant to have relationships and have community, and likability is a big part of that. And as Aaron said, there's the give and take, and you've pointed out, John, there's an authenticity, and likability can't be faked. And you can't be likable if you're not likable. Which is to say, you have to, as Aaron said, be interested in others, like genuinely interested in others, and curious and non-judgmental. And how do we create that for people? Well, for me, it's making them feel seen, heard, loved, and valued. Because once you do that for someone, once you make them feel that way, and we all deserve that. Let's face it, we all deserve that because we're human. But if you can give that to someone in the most authentic, genuine, true way, make them feel seen, heard, loved, and valued, it creates not only likability, but it creates trust. It creates a sense of community. It creates a sense of well-being. It's more than just being liked. And to me, that's so important. To me, looking at the mental health aspects of it, the community aspects of it, and how do we create it? You know, for so many people, it's very authentic, easy, natural. It's very authentic, easy, natural, intuitive, but it's not for everyone. But that doesn't mean you're not likable. And so that's what I was talking a little bit in my chapter about is while this may not be intuitive to you, some people have the skills but have trouble doing it. Some people, you know, feel certain ways in certain contexts and they clam up or they aren't their truest self. And so in my chapter, I really wanted to give what I call some chick tips for how you can, you know, try be likable from the sense of not that you are not as a human likable, but things that you can do, action steps you can take if you're not sure what to do because you're uncomfortable. And I think that holds a lot of people back from being seen truly as who they are and really leading a rich, full life. And what likability brings to you, as Erin keeps talking about, this high vibration, this quality of people, and these opportunities that arise from being there for people and showing that interest and reciprocating that back and forth.
Absolutely well said. And thank you again for commenting on that and really opening up an awesome dialogue and discussion for this particular concept. We appreciate you, Nancy, and you're such an expert in this space. I just wanted to send the love or the fingered hearts here to each of you, and congratulations in advance on everything that we're doing, plus the incredible stories that you've made available to those readers who are going to pick up a copy or volume of the book today. As you go to thebookofinfluence.com, you'll have an opportunity. There's our first volume.
The first one's the best I can do for right now, right?
It's perfect, and they look very similar, and we can explain that in a little bit, but I just really appreciate what you've shared, and thank you for your contributions. Let me ask you one more thing before we pass it on to another individual to come up here. But for those who are thinking about grabbing the book today, which they should because it will help us out a lot, what would you say to them to look forward to as they pick up a copy of The Book of Influence? What are your thoughts?
Well, I would first say, where can you pick up one resource or even show up with one resource that has this many experts sharing their wisdom in one place? So the idea that you could buy a book, right? One book, and that's so loaded with knowledge and wisdom, and people who are wanting to share what they've learned with other people, you can expect to be inspired, you can expect to learn, you can expect to feel more confident, you can expect to be taken through stories of triumph and learn more and more about people and these authors who are sharing themselves in these books. But it's a wealth of knowledge. And I think that's huge. Is sometimes we doubt ourselves and what we know. And when we read it on paper, it might be processed a little differently. It might sink in a little differently. And when you hear it over and over and over from so many people, it's kind of hard to ignore the power of what's being talked about.
Oh man, you're making the goosebumps and the hairs stick up. I am so excited about what you just said, and I couldn't agree more. There really is a wealth of knowledge out there. I know it's a completely different book and a different concept and idea, but in Napoleon Hill's work and Think and Grow Rich and so many of other works, he and what Dale Carnegie teach are these concepts, these ideas that we can tap into the infinite intelligence, which is so much information out there. And rather than being overwhelmed or consumed by it, you can absolutely tap into it and use it for the greater good of all things. And I love what you said. And it has so much to do with influence, likability, and caring and sharing with so many people. So congratulations on that. Everyone give it up for Nancy Deborah Barrows for writing her chapter and being in this amazing best-selling series. We love you. That was absolutely amazing. And look at this great book, Eric. What do you think?
Rookie mistake. I was on mute. So check it out, guys. Check it out. I'm gonna bring back the authors because I don't want Nancy to leave yet, and we're gonna bring in some more authors. You know what? We should bring them in right now. Let's say hi to Morgan. Morgan's here, and who else? Let me remove that so that we can go ahead and go like this. There we go. Hi, guys. Okay, so Morgan's here. Aaron's here. John, Nancy. Let's bring on a few more. Let's go with. Oh my gosh, it's Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee's here, and let's bring in Cynthia Gallardo. Cynthia Gallardo's here. What's up? So let's see. That's enough for everyone else is eating in the green room. So we're going to start with these authors. Guys, congratulations in advance. We are so excited about the fact that we have just launched the #1 book series, which is this one right here, The Book of Influence. It's all based on Dale Carnegie's teachings, and we have 33, count them, 33. That's fun to do. 33 authors. I know I have to keep all the fingers there. You understand what I'm saying? 33. That's tough to do, but we're so excited. All of you are trying it now. I love it. I'm so excited about the fact that 33 authors have written inside all of these books, and we are just coming out with book number 2 on likability. So book number 1 is authentic communication, then likability factor, and then we have 2 others coming up. Actually, one is going to be on creating alignment, and the 4th one is going to be on the win-win theory. Yes, the win-win theory. Get it? 3 win-win. Anyway, enough about that. Everyone's doing it now. That's awesome. Wait, Morgan, the 3rd book. What is the middle book? No,
it would be the 4th book, the win-win theory.
So, guys, let's introduce Miss Morgan Taylor Rudnick. Tell us a little bit about what you feel of the likability factor, and tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are.
I like to root myself in energy work and how energy affects us all and moves through the body, and how we connect with others through different energies. And I also work in the treatment field with substance abuse and mental health disorders. And I try and do consulting for businesses, but from an energetic standpoint. So how can you kind of transmute your energy and also put your best self into your business coming from an authentic place?
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I love it.
I was muted. I'm sorry. Again, what is up with these rookie mistakes? So really, what I was saying was that was awesome. I love it. But then Aaron said exactly what I said. So that's awesome. And thank you for your contribution to the world, Morgan, in regard to what you do. I just think it's so it's so special and so amazing, and it takes a big, awesome energy field to be able to do what you do. So appreciate that. So tell us a little bit about, just if you could, Morgan, without giving it all away, because guys, you need to pick up the book. In fact, it's scrolling right there on the bottom. Everyone point to the bottom. It's right there. So it's scrolling, thebookofinfluence.com. Go grab it right now. It's only $2.99. So I feel like a telethon, but grab it today because you'll get 33 amazing. And Aaron, what did Dennis Waitley say about our book series? Do you remember?
Yes, he says
like what?
It's like a better version, not better. It's like chicken soup.
Sorry, Max. Sorry.
No
Mark.
offense, everybody. But I could say, well, Dennis said it's literally like chicken soup for the soul. I'm saying it's an even better version. And Mark and Jack, I love you guys. But it's just an amazing book series, and that's out of the mouth of Dennis Waitley. Yeah,
I love it. So and yeah, go to we put it on the bottom there. Go to thebookofinfluence.com, grab your copy right now. Let us know in the chat that you grabbed it. It's only $2.99. By the way, I'm trying to sit so that the numbers aren't really going across my face. Is it? Let me go down here. Hi guys. Okay, it's not really?
No.
Is it just on my screen? It's just on
Yes.
then. Okay,
It's just on your screen. It's probably the size you are on your screen that everything's trying to fit in an overlap. You look awesome.
Oh, thank you. My size is double extra large. But yes, so I'm just a big force field. There you go. So I'm so excited about this. We brought on also. Oh, I want to go back to the question though to Morgan. So Morgan, just give us a little bit about like. Don't give it all away about what you wrote, but give us a little taste of what they can expect when they buy the book for $2.99 right now, and get the ebook version and help us hit number one in so many different categories. What can they expect to learn in your chapter? Just a little hint as to what they can expect.
Well, first, I'd like to follow up with what Nancy was saying, that there's 33 great, amazing authors in these 4 books, and it gives the reader different points of views, and each author put their heart and soul into it and have different perspectives, have gone through different journeys, different tips, tricks, whether that be in their daily life or coaching, mentors, whatever it may be. So it's just let's go with an awesome book to purchase and really go through the chapters and see what aligns and feels right with yourself. But in my chapter, I discussed one of my clients who had gone through this journey and how she really had to go within into what I like to call the void, like that shadow self, and sit with that, and maybe uncomfortable. But the more she did that, the more she learned what she liked about herself. So it was more the internal process, and that led to the external process of these qualities that she loved. And then she started attracting better people into her energetic field.
I you just reminded me of the other book, this one right here, thank you, this one, you just reminded me that your storyline, so ladies and gentlemen, let me just go full screen for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you something. So a lot of our authors, half of them will write, well, maybe more than half of them will write a separate story or a separate thought pattern or strategy in each of the book series in the series. Now, some of our authors opt to go ahead and write a whole storyline. So it's really cool because you get to pick up book 1 and learn the first part of that story of one of her clients, and she takes you through this like learning process through each of the 4 books. There are 4 books in this particular series. So super excited about that, Morgan. That's awesome. Last minute comments you'd like to share, Morgan, before you bring up one of our other authors. So you get to say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear from Sarah.
I can't wait to hear from Sarah, and thank you all.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Morgan. Go ahead.
No, you didn't interrupt me.
So we're going to welcome actually Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee, welcome to the broadcast. Go ahead and unmute if you could, Sarah. And same question to you, Sarah. What are you all about? Like, I don't want to know what you do. I want to know why you do and why people should pick up this book series and learn from, how to be authentically communicating with people, how to develop this likability factor that attracts people, right? I liked, actually, in one of my chapters in this, I put the likability magnet, right? So becoming a magnet for people to come in and say, you know what, for some reason, I don't know why, subconsciously, I'm attracted to you. I want to know more about you. I want what you're having. You know that when Harry Met Sally movie, remember that, where they're sitting in the coffee place or something in the diner, and the lady next to her is like, I'm gonna have what she's having. I want that. That's what I want. Okay, so tell us about you, Sarah.
All right, I'm going to go a little bit deeper than I normally go, but let's talk about being likable. So first thing I would say about being likable is you have to like yourself. And liking yourself is a little bit what Morgan said, getting to know your shadow self and knowing the parts of yourself you don't like, so you can understand that those parts are similar to a lot of other people. Meaning a lot of times we think, oh, it's only us, only this bad thing happened to us. And getting over that is very important to getting other people to like you in the process of liking yourself. The other thing you asked is, why do I do what I do? And I'll tell you, I teach financial literacy probably mostly because I had a single parent. And if my mother didn't know financial literacy and I didn't know financial literacy, I probably would be homeless right now or maybe dead. And I don't mean to be like
Love
deep.
you guys.
I'm serious though. Lots of people have had a single parent or have been felt abandoned, right? And that's important to understand that you can get through that. And so I teach life skills that are empowering to people because those are the skills that empowered me. So I think that makes me likable sometimes to some people because I show myself and because I invest in them. And so I'm okay sharing some of those ugly parts of myself to help people know that they're not alone. Did that help?
I love it. It totally helps. I really appreciate you sharing that. And you know what? I know that you're liked by so many, by the world. And in fact, I know people are throwing hearts and everything. I know 2 other people who like you so much. One's Fred Moskowitz, and the other one is Cynthia Gallardo. Both of them on right now as well. There we go. So welcome to the show, Fred and Cynthia. Sarah, thanks so much for sharing what you just shared. Stick around, please. Stick around. Eat some more popcorn or whatever's in the green room. And Sarah, will you do me a favor and just point to your right? Go ahead, point to your right.
Let's see. Wrong way.
Point that way. Yeah. Fred Moskowitz. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Moskowitz. We're going to bring him on right now. Fred, how are you, sir? Talk to us, man. Tell us why you're so excited about being in this book series and what the readers can get while I promote it big time in the comments. Go.
Hey, hello, everyone. It's great to be here. So excited today. We have our book launch, and it's just been fantastic. And let me tell you something. For those of you that have had a chance to get to know me, you may feel like, yeah, I know a lot about likability factor, but then there's a lot of other people that completely disagree with that. I don't know why, but it's just funny how that works out that way. And you know, with being a part of this book series, it makes me really reflect and look back and with so much gratitude at all the different projects I've been involved with and different products brought to the marketplace, investments that have grown, business activities, but all of these accomplishments, all of these things are a result of the relationships that I've grown and nurtured all along the way. And that's what I have to thank for everything, because the relationships are something that it's a form of capital, right? People think about capital as financial capital, but what about relationship capital? This is something.
Speak more on that. I love this subject. I love it. Speak more on that.
Yeah, this is something that we all have. It can never be taken away. You could lose all of your money, all of your possessions, be left with nothing, and have to start over. And what do you have? It's the relationships. The relationships that are the people that show up for you and that you've showed up for them. And that's what's going to help you to rebuild and get a new start. And if you think about a lot of famous entrepreneurs, how many of them have lost everything only to turn around and build it all back up again? It's because they have a good network. They have a strong base of relationships, and that means everything. It's so impactful.
You are so correct. I love it, Fred. That's awesome. I'm going to bring everyone back up here, and people are asking what the dog's name is. It sounds like a ferocious dog in the background.
It is, yeah.
Is it little? Is it like this small?
It's small.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Do me a
yeah.
favor, Fred. Fred, super excited about it. Do me a favor. Can you say everything you just said in Portuguese? And then before you do that, though, could you just turn to your left and point to your left that way, whatever that way is to you, and go ahead, point. Okay, point to your right. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, bring on Cynthia Gallardo. Cynthia, super excited.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Eric.
Tell us a little bit about you and what the readers can expect if they grab a copy of this for $2.99, ladies and gentlemen. $2.99. Right. I don't even. That's not 99. Anyway, $2.99, almost $3. There we go. There, and grab a copy of this on ebook right now, and learn from all the authors that are coming in here. We have 33 authors, #1 book series, in so many different categories. Cynthia, tell us a little about what they can expect from you in your chapter. Don't give it all away though. But what can they expect?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, Eric. And I want to say congratulations to my co-authors. We are here building and creating legacy and making history. So I know you are going to be extremely wowed by everything the authors have in the book. And I'll share just a little bit about my particular chapter. So you'll learn a new word in my chapter. It's called legacypreneur, and that ties into likability as well, and legacy. So I really share the equation on how, thank you, Brian. I share the equation on how legacy and likability go hand in hand. They work together like, and I talk about some superheroes in there as well, and they give you an analogy or an illustration on how they work together. But bottom line, just like the other authors have stated, it's about relationships, building those relationships. And that's what likability is and why it's so important. And one of my favorite words is the word synergy. The whole is greater than the individual parts. I know I'm amazing by myself. I know John is. I know Eric is. I know all of the authors are. Yet when you come together in this book, that's what it's about, creating that synergy and that energy and really helping each other learn from our lessons. And that's what continues to build that legacy. So I hope, and once again, you'll learn a few new words in there. Legacypreneur is one of those. So I won't tell you what it means just yet, but you can definitely go back and learn about that.
I love it. You know what? I feel like this is great. Yes. Give it up for Cynthia. And I feel like this is kind of like a little mastermind. Does anyone have any clarifying questions for Cynthia? Please raise your hand. Okay, excellent. Aaron, go ahead. Of course Aaron does.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But Aaron, what do you think about this? Like, honestly, like if you were talking to Cynthia, who's right over there, and you had a question for her about her chapter, about legacypreneur.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to ask her about the legacypreneur. You know, legacy is a beautiful thing. And we're here leaving a legacy. You don't have to put me on full screen. I'm asking her, Cynthia. So we're here leaving a legacy. All of us, you know? So that's what I'd like to ask you, Cynthia. Right. What is your definition of the legacypreneur?
Sure.
And go ahead.
I'm having fun with the
I'm so glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked, Aaron. So if you think about it, it's a simple equation, right? Everybody here has a legacy. If you raise your hand, everybody has a legacy. And if you take legacy plus entrepreneur, which we're entrepreneurs, and even intrapreneurs, right? So we know what most of us know what an entrepreneur is. You work for yourself, self-employed. But think about those intrapreneurs out there. And those are individuals who have the same skill set and they help build other businesses. That's what an intrapreneur is. So either way, whether you're an intrapreneur or an entrepreneur and you have a legacy, you're a legacypreneur. Yay! So we're all legacypreneurs here. And that's what likability ties in with legacypreneur. So I hope that helped answer your question, Aaron.
I love it. And I'm both. I'm both the entrepreneur. I never heard of the entrepreneur, but I do help. I'm with Procter Gallagher. I partner with them, helping them build out their corporate division and leading
that's
that.
Awesome.
So that's awesome. I never heard of that. I'm an entrepreneur also.
And there you go. And I did not make that word up, Aaron, just so you know. Legacypreneur I did make up, but not the intrapreneur. You can look it up in the dictionary and it is there.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of it before. That's fascinating. Thank you.
It's so funny that you say that, because Aaron was asking me the other day. I told her gullible. The word gullible is no longer in the dictionary. And I told her to look it up and she can't find it apparently. So there you go. That's all. Super excited about this.
Next to naive.
By the way,
I've got your back here. No worries.
Thank you, Cynthia.
I actually
got it.
spelled legacy wrong. I put legacy for some reason. So I misspelled it. Anyway, I put it back in.
Yeah, that's not in the dictionary.
Yeah. Eric, just read my chapter, Eric. You got it. It's all laid out in the chapter. LEGACY. You got it.
That's
I love
awesome. Well, good deal, guys. So super excited about this. Let me jump over to a gentleman who really should be sharing a lot here, and he hasn't yet. So let's put him full screen. Mr. John Kovach Jr. Tell us about your chapter, John. I know you've got so many. I mean, everyone. Let me look at the whole crowd here. Can you guys just agree that John is one of the most magnetic, likable people in the world? Like,
Absolutely.
seriously.
Absolutely.
So tell us how it's possible, dude. How can we learn?
Thank you so much for that super great compliment. I appreciate that. I'm almost speechless, but I'll speak into it because I love likability. In fact, this is one of my favorite chapters of many of the books that we've written. And so that this creates magnetism between other people. But Eric was touching on something earlier, which is the power of attraction and magnetism. But there's just this innate draw with us. And I blame Mother Nature. Mother Nature is one of the most powerful forces to be reckoned with. And if you lean into Mother Nature, you can create likeness. And when any of us venture into the outdoors or a park or just anything outside, there's a likeness, there's an attraction, but there's a yearning that happens because of, well, many factors. And I don't want to get too geeked out, but I love what Sarah Lee said earlier. Shout out to you, Sarah, because you're right. We need to go deeper. There's some magnetism. I know we caught you off guard. There's some magnetism to everything we do. Even when you put your bare feet on the soil, like the ground, the earth in and of itself is sending energy through you, through the ground to you. And that is a natural force. And because it wants to build connection, and likability is about that connection. And I absolutely love this. So when you learn the principles, the steps, the secrets, the techniques, all these amazing things that each of the authors have shared in this book, when you learn some of these, you can easily begin to recognize the power of that magnetic force that Mother Nature pours into you as much as you pour into your environment around you. And so much more on this topic to come. And I just want to shout out again, because it's been a few minutes since we've said it, but go grab your copy now. Go to thebookofinfluence.com and grab our $2.99 ebook today and get a head start on the reading from what we are all sharing today. And look at these people's chapters, look at these amazing authors' chapters, and find out more for yourself. And I'm going to quote Nancy again: the wealth of knowledge available to you is literally a couple clicks away. Just go to thebookofinfluence.com, which will take you to Amazon, and grab a copy of our ebook. I have so much more to say, but I'll yield some time to some more people and some opportunities for sharing, and also this beautiful discussion. So thank you, Eric.
Well, I have two things to say real quick. Thank you, John. Yeah, give it up for John, the magnetism of John. Ooh, there's a book there, book title. So, John, I'm so excited for you. What you told me earlier today, you texted me, and this is so brilliant of what you said, and generous, honestly. It's so generous. He said that anyone who buys the $2.99 book on ebook, if you print it up on your own printing press, you can send it to him, and I'm going to put the address in the chat here. Address of John. Okay, in just a little bit here, he will sign your. I put 9 S's in the address. Anyway, he will sign what you print and send it to him, and he will send it back to you signed. So you'll get a signed ebook from John. Isn't that crazy? So that's the first thing I want to say. And the
So
second
cool of
thing,
you to share John's address.
yeah, addresses. He has a lot of homes. We call it addresses. And I also wanted to just mention how Brian, I got to give an honorable mention to one of our other authors, Brian Schulman. So give it up for Brian Schulman. He's been chatting all over. In his time management is so crazy that he doesn't have enough time to even put a G at the end of dropping, but it's just awesome. So give it up for Brian Schulman, ladies and gentlemen. He's
We love you, John. I mean,
we
John.
love you, Brian.
Brian, sorry, I was reading the comment. We love you, Brian.
And shout out to
Brian.
Jenny Gold. Thank you for being
Jenny.
awesome. Appreciate you. Shout out to me, because someone asked me what I'm doing here at this coffee shop, and I handed him the book, and he's actually reading the book right now. One of theirs. There he is. Okay. So little does he know he's going to be buying that book off of us in a little bit here. So actually, you should go on, dude. Go on your phone. What is it? Thebookofinfluence.com. Buy our newest model. I just called it a model. Version, $2.99. Yes, he's doing it. Okay, so guys, this is awesome. We're gonna bring on. Let's see. Is there somebody else in the green room? Let me move this. I'll add this to the stage. That's guys. Look at the way this book cover is. In fact, can I go full screen on that? Maybe I can. Well, that didn't really work that much, but there you go. The Book of Influence, Likability Factor, and we're just so honored and privileged to be able to have this this like Chicken Soup for the Soul book series to be able to offer the world. And I know Morgan wants to say one more thing about it, so we're going to put her full screen. She didn't, but we're going to have her do it anyway.
Sure, why not?
So what are you going to say about it, Morgan? Again.
What am I going to say? Okay, well, I love how close everyone in this group is and how supportive they are. And if, maybe you're nervous to write your own book, just having this group creates that safe, heart-centered space. And just really, like I said, that support is hard to come by sometimes. So it's just, I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for you and John for all the help that you guys provide. And also, I just love the flow of these 4 books that are coming out. They flow so seamlessly. And I'm excited for the next 2 series to come. You're on mute.
Rookie mistake again. I did it again. I'm going to take a quick screenshot because this is a great photo of a lot of our authors right here. So everyone look at the screen, throw a heart or something like with your hands, and let's see. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Beautifully said, Morgan, because you reminded me to mention something as well about the word community. And it truly is a community. I mean, if you look around here in this authorship, we are a community that joins to bring this 320-page book, longer in ebook version. But what's cool is it's all in your phone, right? Or where's my phone going? Away? Here it is. It's all in the power of your ebook reader. And people were asking me, well, what if I don't have Kindle? You don't need to have Kindle, by the way. It's through Amazon. Amazon has a free reader anyway, so you just can look at it right there. It's literally on your computer or on your phone. So very, very easy. But I love the fact that you brought on, yes, I am dropping bombs. I love the fact that you brought in the fact that, or the thought of let me rephrase. I love the fact that you brought it up, that we are a community. And that's, I think, really important for people to know. If you're watching this live, which we're going to finish this live in a few minutes, actually. We've been waiting all day, by the way, here at this location to go live. Oh my gosh, all day. But the point is, we're not traveling at all. The point is, though, it is such a community, and I think the readers or listeners at this point, or viewers, thinking about getting the book to read, you're gonna feel that sense of community. Would you guys like to touch on that? I see a lot of heads nodding yes. Who would like to go first? Just raise your hand if you'd like to touch on what I just said about the community. Aaron first, then we'll jump over to Nancy. Now it's a mastermind, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Aaron, what are your thoughts real quick on that?
I love the Habitude Warrior community. And like I said earlier, I'm in every book series. I'm in your masterminds. I can't get enough of this community. And I joined you years ago, during the pandemic, and my life just kept growing personally and professionally, not just professionally, but personally as well, in the most amazing ways. Like, honestly, you guys watching and listening, I feel like I'm aging backwards because it just took off so much of the stress, that I was under just being part of this community. And I keep saying I've never been happier, healthier, and wealthier in my life than I am these days. But being part of the community, like you you help give everybody in the community the strength to go next level, and you get there, and that's the new foundation. I got to dip down underneath the Habitude Warrior thing and then go next level again, and then go next level again, but wait a second. But it's a beautiful community, and I highly recommend that everybody applies to John and have the interview to see if you qualify for it, because it can help anybody in this planet. And we have people from Australia, from all over the place, the UK, like just from all over the world. So I'm going to dip down again for the Habitude Warrior, but it's just a magnificent community, and it can help anybody. It really can, professionally and personally.
I love it. And again, Brian's dropping some bombs. I don't think that's ever been a hashtag in the world, aging backwards.
So, I love you, Brian. I love you. I love you.
Very nicely said. Thank you, Erin, for sharing that. Again, I'm going to jump over to Nancy. Had her hand up. Tell us about the community. It doesn't have to be about the mastermind. I appreciate Erin bringing that up. By the way, if you're looking at joining a mastermind, you should join the mastermind and just go to ridealongguestpass.com, and I'll promote it right there. There you go. But besides the mastermind, tell us a little bit about the community that you've experienced, Nancy, in regards to the community of authorship and our readers as well, because we have a lot of readers jumping in and leaving comments as well. So back to you, Nancy.
Thank you. Yeah, as I said earlier, community is so important. And my experience with the community started before I was ever an author. And I think it's a testament to the type of community that is built with these authors and with these books. I mean, the fact that Brian Schulman, he's not in this particular book, but he's a Habitude Warrior author, and he's here to support. But before I was ever part of a book, I had the privilege of being part of this community when you were doing the 13 Steps to Riches launches, and able to interview authors live, at your book signings, and get a sense of what's happening there. And even having met the authors in the community and seeing how they were working together, coming together, the bonds they had, I don't think I know that I didn't truly appreciate what happens on the other side of it. So for anyone who's not involved, there are author meetings every month. We get together, we talk about, not just what's going on in the book, but in our lives, and people are there to support one another, and off platform as well, and outside of the book as well. We go through, process of writing the book, but we also talk about, what's going on in our lives and what we're thinking, and where do you write, and what's your inspiration, and those sorts of things as well. And so that community is there supporting you the whole way, and it doesn't stay in the confines of our Zoom meetings by any stretch of the imagination. If you look at any one of our social medias, you will see these names show up supporting one another. If you could pick up any one of our phones, you will see in our texts the places we have shown up and supported one another to celebrate, and also to say, hey, I'm here. Do you need anything? And so I think, yes, it's really wonderful to be an author. Yes, it's really wonderful to be a #1 bestselling author. But I have to tell you, being a #1 bestselling author with this group of people who we have literally journeyed together from start to end, and will continue to do, it gives me goosebumps. It's one thing to write on your own, and it's a huge accomplishment. When you come together with other people and you have the opportunity to get to know them, their story, and who they are along the way, as Erin said, there are so many benefits professionally, personally, but it makes the experience something unlike anything else that you might do on your own. That synergy, that whole thing that's happening when we come together, month after month, that continues on. Again, legacy, we were talking about, right? Erin's been in multiple book series. I know there are many authors that have. It's a community that comes forward for one another, and certainly believes that a rising tide lifts all ships. And if you can be a part of that, I think it's very hard to say no. I know I couldn't, and it's an incredible thing. So like Erin said, at any time that you're interested, reach out to anyone here on the screen. Reach out, have a conversation. We're all really open, and obviously we're here because we believe in what we're doing. We believe in the process. We believe in the system. We believe in Habitude Warrior. We believe that this is a place where people grow and are acknowledged and seen, heard, loved, and valued. And we are happy to welcome more people to this community.
And let me say also, just in addition to the mastermind.
John, when do I get the check? Eric?
Let me just really quickly say, and I was saying, in addition to the mastermind, the book series. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, give me 1 second so
the
internet can catch up just a tiny bit here, and I think it might have caught up. So I want to thank Nancy for saying what you just said, Nancy. That's amazing. I'm going to pass it over to Aaron in 2 seconds here, but I wanted to mention this. You know, you bring up something very important, Nancy, that we are a community, and I love the way you said this. We're a community that are there to support. Now, support means support. It doesn't mean, oh, we're just going to cheer you on no matter what you decide to do. It's support meaning, yeah, we're going to be there cheering you on, but we're also going to give you the truth. And sometimes the truth can be a little tough to hear, but coming from someone who cares about you, and I'm not talking just about Nancy, I'm talking about all of us. We have these deep conversations, like Sarah was talking about. You know, I'm just going to go deep right now. That's what you're in store for with one of these books, is learning some really great things that you can say, you know what, maybe they're right. 33 authors and some amazing celebrities that are in these book series, maybe they're right, and they're coming from experience, from the guys buying the book, by the way. See them? All right, they're coming from experience that maybe 33 of them, they know what they're talking about, and if one or two of them don't know that area, but the other individuals do, because we come from experience. We come from the background that we all came from, which are different backgrounds and different experiences and different generations, different careers, right? Career paths, different everything. I love that. You know, we have doctors in here. We have dentists. We have Australians. I don't know why I just went doctors, dentists, Australians. That was weird, but we do. We have, oh my, right? We have so many different walks of life. That was funny. I'm laughing at myself. We have so many different walks of life that bring so many different experiences to the table and teachings, right? So all that being said, I want to give the floor to Nancy to add to that, or say, oh my God, that's amazing, and then we're going to jump over to Aaron. But do you have anything to add to that, Nancy? What I just mentioned?
Of course I do. Come on. You know, as you were saying it, there's 33 different perspectives, and one of the things when I work with clients, I tell them all the time, like, vary your content. Why do we vary our content? Because everybody consumes things differently. So one of the other benefits of these collaborative projects is that there are 33, like you said, different experiences, different perspectives, different ways that people arrived where they are today. And the likelihood that you're going to connect to at least one of them, at least one of those stories, one of those chapters, one of the words that someone has contributed is highly likely, and I'd be surprised if it was only one. There's a beauty in hearing things from different perspectives that not only gives us empathy and makes us human and connect us and relatable and make us feel like we know one another. It allows for different ways of processing and different people who need information a different way. I know I'm like that. You know, I might need to hear it, see it, touch it, do it. And these collaborative efforts really create so many opportunities for so many different people. And even, you know, I think about these kinds of things, people who maybe can't or don't join a mastermind, and you are in a bookstore somewhere, you're in a Barnes and Noble, or you're browsing Amazon and you come across one of these books. What a cool thing that literally is accessible to anyone at any time. You're muted.
I love it. I love what you just said, Nancy. Thank you so much. Let's go to, is there anybody else? Anyone else besides Aaron who would like to? Okay, Aaron, go ahead.
Aaron, you're such a good sport.
Just really, really quick. I know. Just really, really quick. It's very cathartic when we're writing these chapters, you know, and all the books that I've written a chapter in, because many of us are taking our challenges and sharing openly, vulnerably, you know, to help everybody that reads these books, our challenges that we've had in life, you know, that were very, very difficult, and how we overcame them to inspire the readers. You know, like, this book of influence is to inspire people that don't feel like they have influence in the world, that don't feel like they're making as big of an impact as they'd like to. So this book is perfect for everybody like that. Like if you're looking to, and I really don't know anybody that doesn't want more influence and to make a better impact in the world. And I just want to share that. So I wasn't just talking about the mastermind that was helping me age backwards. I'm kidding. I wasn't just talking about the mastermind that was touching me personally and professionally. These books, all these chapters, for these couple of years that I've been doing this with you guys, has helped me release a lot of the stuff that just been going around in my head, and to help other people in the world in that way. And that's what everybody, on this panel is doing. We're all here to do, and I'm blessed and honored to be a part of it. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Well, you said it perfectly, and it was amazingly said. You read the script that I texted you perfectly. So you left out a few little words, but that's okay. We'll just read the text again.
That was it.
All right, no, that was awesome. So I'm gonna text I'm gonna text one person that I would love to come on to share something. So let me do that. But before I do that, raise your hand if you'd like to add to the talk about community. Yes, Sarah, please.
I actually don't call it Habitude Warrior Mastermind. I call it my book group. And people think I mean like a book club. And I say, no, my group that I write books with, because I think it's a great way to get to know other coaches too, and other speakers, and not only build community, but I get to see the story from your perspective when I read the book. And it really is like we all were given, like Eric said, a script sort of, and said, here, tell your version of the script. It really is very coherent. And I'm really proud of how coherent that is, and how aligned we are, and how like-minded we are, even though we're a bunch of different humans, obviously. So that's all I want to say is, if you like that kind of thing, if you want to grow as a human, this is a great place to do it and to stretch your wings.
I love it. Aren't we just a bunch of me's? That's awesome. So thank you so much. Ooh, I got a shout out. Hello, Gabe. And I got a shout out from, the woman who's right there, Nancy Burrows. Okay, so I love it. And we've got I don't know what answer he's answering, but yes. All right, there you go. And he says, proud. I love it. And just in case you missed the all-inclusive amazing hashtag, that's a new one. I can't find it, but I can't find it. Somebody put hashtag together. I love it. I love it. This hashtag probably shouldn't be ever put on a screen. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. All right, and
nope.
And nope. Right, so I believe I like that one. That should be a hashtag. Excellent, Mike. I love it. Okay, John, do you want to add something about the community? Talk to us a little bit more about that. And why is this? Why does this feel like a great community of authorship too? Just talk to us about that a little bit, if you could.
Well, we are better together, and it's the African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. And no, it's not an Irish proverb, Erin. It's
it is.
Proverb. Isn't it everyone's proverb? Or just
the Irish one is, if you want to go get drunk, go alone. No, go with a Guinness.
That's St.
I thought it's, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go fast, go with others. Isn't that what it is?
And the Slovenian proverb from my lineage is you can't do farming without friends. There you go. So we build and we build together. And I've got to say, when
you know what I always say? Together, I just go up to people and go, well, you know what they say, and then I walk away. That's
what they say. Well, just like Jack Johnson said, hashtag better together. Just kidding. Definitely got to share a little bit into this, and I'm going to let my internet catch up. Looks like everything froze for me. Give me 2 seconds. Everything is frozen.
I can tell a little story.
We can still hear you. You're just frozen.
Okay, great.
You look
all
like
right.
this.
Everything is. I look like I'm showing off my forehead. That's awesome. Well, if you can still hear me, I'll share this. Community is one of the most powerful places and things and ideas in the entire world. And if you have community, that means you have others. and others can do far more powerful things than those alone. And yes, you can go fast if you go alone, but going together is just one of the best places to go. And I would rather live this world with others than by myself. There's the idea that could you live in peace and happiness if you were, stranded on an island by yourself? And some have learned and some can't cope and some will survive with that. But really, it is one of the major drivers that drives us as humans, is the ability to be surrounded by people, to commune with others. And I think that that's interesting. And as we talk a little bit about community in regards to influence and likeness or likability, we find ourselves looking, seeking, yearning, hungry, thirsty for so much more. And that is because it is the people around us, the people we surround ourselves with, that give us and add to and fill our cup with the value that we seek, the gratification and the love and the desire that we have to have purpose, impact, and influence in this life. And I thoroughly believe that. So if you can still hear me and I'm frozen as a giant forehead face leaning in, I gotta say I'm so proud of the authorship that shared so many incredible stories in this book, and I can't wait for each of you to read each other's, and to all of you who are looking at Amazon right now, as you should be, posting or grabbing a copy of the book, the ebook today, and you'll learn so much more about influence in your own life. And I gotta say one last thing, Eric, and the team and everyone here, which is when you read this information, not only is it applicable, but it's easily applicable, meaning you can apply any one of these ideas, thoughts, and principles in your life and make not just a minor change, but dramatic changes in your life. I'm John Kovacs Jr. I'm so proud of this community, and I'll finish what I'm saying. Thank you.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. I love it. What I'm going to do is something a little strange right now. What I'd love to do is if everyone on screen could actually freeze just like John is, I'm going to take a screenshot. So everyone look like John. Let's go with, you have to look that way and smile. Ready? Let me get the screenshot and ready to go. Okay, perfect. That was beautiful, John. We'll show you later. All right, so that's awesome, guys. We have one more guest that I'd like to bring on, and this gentleman has been changing lives forever, and he's the most commented and the most commented. I said it twice. Yes, it is Brian Schulman, ladies and gentlemen. We wanted to
partner in crime.
Hey, Brian.
Brian, how are you, buddy?
Y'all look great. Y'all look great, and this is fantastic. And another incredible book by amazing humans dropping serious knowledge and heart-centered stories with bravery and courage. I mean, literally 33 authors. You've got to get your hands on this book. Yes, Lisa, get your hands on the book, because these are life-changing chapters. There's 2 books that are now out. There's 4 in the series, and I'm fun size, so I'll move myself up. Yes, but you got to read these books because you will learn so much, you will grow so much, and just buy the book. Buy the book.
I love it. I love it. It's great. So tell me, what is your thought, Brian, in regard to the community? Because I know, and I'd like you, Brian and Nancy, please explain a little bit to the audience watching right now about your LinkedIn. You're like number 1 on LinkedIn of a show that's been running for like 42 years. Okay, 14 years, whatever it's been. But it's amazing. So tell us a little bit about that. And you're going to grab something, I'm thinking.
I'm going to grab something. Yes. We have 2 global award-winning live shows that are broadcasted around the world in over 120 countries, have been featured in Forbes, Tribe Global, Yahoo Finance, more. And that's not the part that's important. The part that's important is the incredible community that we bring together. We call them the Positive Vibe Tribe. But it all started on LinkedIn Live, and there are so many amazing things that have been shared about community right here on screen and in the comments. I say it all the time. Incredible things happen. Incredible things happen when we come together. And in the times that we've been in the last handful of years going through a global pandemic together, and what we're all experiencing right now, I mean, realistically, the world is turned upside down, but we're not alone. We're not alone. You don't have to be alone. And I think one of the most important things is that it can feel like we are alone. But when you reach out and when you share that you feel like you're alone and you hear from others who say the same thing, you realize that you're not alone. And that is so incredibly powerful. So incredibly powerful. Is the power of social media, is the power of coming together. It's a gift. It's a gift. What we always say about our shows is that they are not about us. It's all about you. And it's about giving a space and a place for us to be able to come together. And that is extremely powerful and extremely important. I'll let Nancy Dever say something because I don't want to steal her thunder here.
Can we comment on the collection of peanut butter whiskey behind you?
Yes, by the way, not a sponsor of this show or our shows, but if you haven't
had it, it's amazing. It's amazing.
If you've not had Screw All peanut butter whiskey, they are selling it at Costco in 1 liters, and they're amazing. Again, not paid for this.
That's so weird. I have jelly vodka, so you and I should get together at some point.
There you go.
So, I'm just kidding. I don't drink, but I make a lot of drinking jokes. So guys, this is amazing. I did have a joke about this. This is if you look at Brian's right side is his success side. His left side is his nighttime ritual side. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what's going on there. One's his daytime reading, and the other's his nighttime reading. That's a better joke. That would have been better. Okay. Sarah Lee says, absolutely, John. Thanks for holding space. Beautiful whole group. I love it. And John says, we is more fun. I love it. We got to put John full screen on that one.
Well said.
I love it. Guys, this has been so tremendous and so much fun. We are going to probably bring it to a close, mostly because I'm hungry and I want to go get some sushi. But we have a question apparently from Aaron and from Nancy and from everybody. Nancy first.
Oh, I just wanted to build on what Brian was saying and power of community, and we are so fortunate. Thank you for the accolades on LinkedIn. We are both big LinkedIn peeps, and like Brian said, we show up. Everybody asks what's our show about. Our show is about you. But when we go to community, if you want to know the power of community, you want to know the power of showing up, you want to know what's happening, like we're doing for one another, look in the comments. The Positive Vibe Tribe showed up to support me tonight because we show up to support them. And that's really what we were talking about earlier, how community is not just there for the good, but for the ugly, snotty, and sexy. But as I like to say, surround yourself with people that celebrate your successes as fiercely as they celebrate your failures, because they're just as important.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And Nancy, will you type in the link for your website for your LinkedIn group or show? Please just type it in there. Absolutely. I'll post it. Awesome, guys.
Yeah, Brian Tillman do that. He's better at this than I am.
Awesome. And Aaron, did you want to go ahead and share something as well?
Yes, really quick. I tell this story.
And Aaron, make sure it's different than you want some of that whiskey. Okay.
No, I don't want the whiskey. My kids are severely allergic to peanut butter, so I couldn't even have it near me anyway. So, but it looks fabulous. You enjoy it. I just want to tell this really quick story, and it has to do with likability. And I tell this story from the stage, within context. But I say, if you want to have a really good party, right? It has to, because likability is different. Likability is different for everybody. Right? Likability is different for everybody. So I'm more like, I don't gossip, I don't judge, I don't want to be around that. So I want to be around people that don't gossip and judge. To me, that's likable. I like that. Other people like to judge, gossip, and commiserate. They love that. So I don't, they have to be around this. So I tell a story saying, if you want to have a really great party, make sure you put all the happy people together and make sure that you put all the miserable people together, and everybody will leave that party going, that was amazing. That was such a great party, because the likability factor was with everybody. You didn't have to mix the two. And that would be an amazing party.
That is funny. That's a great idea. I never thought about that. Put that table and that table together. That's hilarious.
Misery loves company.
And everybody would say that was amazing. Great party.
That's awesome. All right, kids. Well, this has been tremendous. It's been so much fun. Who else would like to share anything else they'd like to share today, tonight, right now, before we ask Aaron to choose?
Kick us out one by one.
a
Yeah,
word.
yeah. Poor thing.
Oh, here we go.
I love you, Eric.
Yes. Aaron, what's your favorite color? I was just curious.
Yellow.
I'm first to go. After that comment, I'm on
Yellow
first.
is your favorite color?
Yellow is my favorite color.
What's your second favorite color?
Purple.
Purple? Well, no, I don't see any purple. What's your third favorite color?
I'll go with, I don't know, white, but then there's a couple people with white.
Bye, Cynthia. Say goodbye. See you later. Congratulations, Cynthia. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye.
I'm just going to cover my
see
bases
you
so I have
later,
more
Sarah.
colors on.
Bye-bye, Sarah. We love you. Bye-bye. Okay. So there you go. What's your favorite number, Miss Aaron? What's your favorite number?
Love potion number 9.
You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You're back. You're back. Sorry. I got
I know. I just don't want to call anybody out again.
Well, you texted me. Hold on. Let me just look at the text you sent me earlier. You said the first people that I would like to go is Fred, number 1. Okay, see you, Fred. And then second was Brian, if he ever shows up. But he's not even in this book. He shouldn't be here. Man, this is a long text. Okay, bye, Brian. Okay, and then the other person was, you said Morgan her hair is longer. Okay, so she's gone.
Oh,
and
man.
Nancy should never wear a hat on screen. And she's gone.
Oh, my God.
And then you said John. Spells his name wrong, and then he's gone. And then you said, I don't even know why you're here.
I don't know why I'm here. Why am I here? You want me to close this out? All right, everybody. You will love this book. It's an amazing series. And here comes everybody back.
I'm texting on my phone.
So this has been so much fun, guys. I love you all. You're the best. Go get the book, thebookofinfluence.com. It's an amazing read. Book number 2, Likability Factor, and we will see you all later. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Ciao.
Ciao for now.
Bye.